I guess
Mm.
that's wild, man. That's at least a 9 month to a year recovery injury. You talking about going to the movies? I'm like on one leg. You going to the movies? Because that's what that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be walking with crutches for a minute.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? He wants to see the Captain America film coming out.
Better wait till that goes on streaming.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah, you got when that shit come on streaming, you go see it. You ain't gonna be able to walk up and down those stairs, and you got it on a knee surgery with crutches.
That's funny.
You know, crazy man. This album, this the weekend fan base is nuts. They're already
Why?
calling this the best album of the year. I'm like, it's January. It's February. It's February 2nd. You're already calling this the album of the year?
I've been seeing that shit too.
Like, I'm like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, man. It just came out.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, every time he drops an album, oh, it's the album of the year.
Yeah. Well, he does have some album of the years in the past. After Hours was the album of the year in 2020. That definitely. But this album just came out on Friday. That's not that fucking crazy.
I'm back.
Yeah.
That's how
Back.
that's how they saw.
Yeah. They crazy. I'm like, yeah, that. Come on now. Let's stop it. You got 11 more months to go of greatness to come out.
Well, with all these plane crashes, no wonder why people already calling it album of the year.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know what to expect.
Exactly. Walk in tomorrow.
Chicago had a plane crash. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Chicago.
Yeah,
When was that?
literally like last night.
Oh shit. I didn't even hear about that.
Ever since Trump came to office, all the planes never start crashing.
Yeah. That's bad luck. That's all. I hope all y'all motherfuckers that voted for him. I hope y'all are happy.
That's crazy. I guess I guess Kanye is back on his I love Trump vibe now.
Is he?
He made some tweets talking about I used to love Campbell until she lost.
Oh Lord. He has something to do with this album as well.
Sounds like it. I'm watching this Tubi movie about it's like a Puffy Perry movie and shit. Grammys are tonight. Everyone's coming to the Grammys. I see.
Yeah, except for Andre. He said nope, I'm staying home.
Probably didn't want to go on no planes and shit.
Right?
I'm just like, damn. No, so I want to see a flute performance and shit.
Really don't. I don't think we're gonna see Jay Oliver. I think Beyonce gonna come by herself, or she gonna come with Blue Ivy.
You never know.
I think Jay gonna stay away tonight.
Yeah, you never know, fam.
Yeah,
Everyone's talking about Taylor Swift going to show up.
yeah.
If they give album of the year to Taylor Swift, I'm gonna
She
be mad.
she's showing up to lose.
She better not win tonight.
She's showing up to lose. Kendrick taking that shit.
Hmm.
I think Sabrina Carpenter had a better album than Taylor.
I agree.
So I think Sabrina will win that.
But you know how the Grammys are.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I'm here to start whenever you are.
let's go.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try in the building with me.
What up?
I'm not gonna do no album anniversary. I'm not gonna do no billboard because this is a long ass album and I gotta be somewhere by 4:30. So I'm just gonna go jump right straight to it. We're gonna talk about The Weeknd with his sixth studio album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. This album came out this past this past Friday, January 31st. You know what I'm saying? It came out with singles like Timeless, Sao Paulo, and Cry For Me. Producers include Circuit, Dahila, Giorgio Moroder, Johnny Joel, Justice, Matt Korn, Matt Martin, Metro Boomin, Matt Dean, Nathan Salon, OPN, Oscar Halter, Peter Lee Johnson, Pharrell, Prince City 5, Teddy Phantom, Tabo, TB Hits, Tommy Parker, and The Weeknd himself. Guest appearances include Justice, Anita, Travis Scott, Florence and the Machine, Future, Playboy Cardi, Giorgio Moroder, and Lana Del Rey. Keep in mind, there's like different versions of this album.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about the 22 song version of this album. Just keep in mind.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone's texting me right now. I'll text back. So y'all should know who The Weeknd is. We did a discography breakdown. We did
Hmm.
a couple of albums and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So the story with this, like around the time he was doing this album and shit like that, I think the last album was on After Hours.
Dawn FM.
And
That's the last one.
excuse me, Don FM. Thank you. And that came out in 2022.
Right.
So after the release of that album and shit like that, I want to say he actually appeared on a show. And no, wait, before I get into that, he actually dropped his first live album called Live at the SoFi Stadium, and that was followed by the short-lived show on HBO Max called The Idol,
I enjoyed
which
it.
you said you enjoyed it. I saw some
Yeah,
of it. It was
that
pretty.
was good. Yeah.
Mhm. Which he starred alongside Lily Rose Depp
Mhm.
and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Who actually Johnny Depp's daughter and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
She's in Nosferatu.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
The Dracula film, Nosferatu.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now. Okay. So the show only lasted for like one season, but it was kind of controversial because a lot of people felt like it was promoting like drugs, and they felt like it was just a toxic. It was just trying to exploit the whole toxicity of the music industry. Mind you, around this time, you had the whole puffy shit happening. So
Right.
that kind of like you can probably say that kind of let a lot of sour taste in some people's mouths and shit. And originally, he then dropped a series of EPs for the show and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And somehow late 2023, he teased that he was doing a follow up to the After Hours joint and stuff like that too, which would be like his final album as the Weekend moniker, so he claims and stuff like that. Because you know how these motherfuckers be,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And he said he wanted to change the stage name because of a bad incident that happened when he was touring the SoFi Stadium. Also around this time, he was also had a little beef or a situation with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Which they've been going at it for years.
Hmm.
But there was actually a shooting that happened in like Drake's Toronto residence, some shit like that. And a lot of people thought that the weekend has something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, he's been dropping singles here and there since the fall of last year. And originally he was gonna drop this album like 2 weeks ago. But with the whole Los Angeles wildfire, he actually wanted to delay the album and stuff like that too, which honestly I got why he did that, but it's not like niggas went to go buy didn't go buy albums and trade. Like Jay-Z dropped the blueprint 9/11 and
Right.
shit like that.
Exactly.
But I do respect it. You know, I do respect it and shit, but you said what?
And he has a single called "Dancing in the Flames" that's not on the album, but there's a video for it. And he took it off the album because of the LA fires.
Mm, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this album finally came out. Um there's a couple of album covers for this album. I'm gonna show you like the first pressing album cover. Give me 1 second. Cause I saw this album cover, I was just like, oh shit, I didn't know he had another album cover.
I like the other album cover. I don't care for the new one.
Yeah, I'm gonna show the other album cover. Fuck that.
Yeah.
This new album cover, it looks like a movie trailer. All right. So this is the album cover right here. That's like the first press issue and stuff like
Yeah.
that too.
That- That's the
Oh
one with just the
yeah,
11
Q.
tracks.
Right. 'Cause I think it's gonna be a double album. Like he's gonna drop
Yeah.
one album, 11 tracks. Like what Prince did with Sign of the Times and shit.
Right.
Oh yeah, Q. You're right. He did go at it with the Grammys and stuff like that too. I think it was because like After Hour, he didn't like the fact that After Hours was kind of snubbed in the Grammys,
It
if I'm not
was.
mistaken.
That was the best album of 2020. You should have won all the Grammys for that.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing.
Nah.
Yeah. And you know me, when it comes to the weekend, I like early weekend, but I'm
Hmm.
not gonna hold you. After Hours, that's his best album.
I loved it.
That's his best album. Like looking back now, I'm like, yeah, that's a damn good album.
Hmm.
All right, let's get started with this. All right, so this album has 22 tracks. You're gonna start with the first track called "Wake Me Up." Um, love this track. Love the way how it started off. Very cinematic. You know, you got the Weeknd's vocals and everything, but then as the song goes on, you start hearing like the more the synths and like the groove and everything like that too, which definitely reminds me of Michael Jackson's the Thriller song.
Yes.
You know, it definitely gave me that kind of vibe, which is no secret. MJ is like one of his biggest influences when it comes to music.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I do like this song. I like the way it started off.
Yeah, this was fire. Definitely. The Thriller. Immediately when you hear the beat, the bass line is Thriller right there, and the Scarface, strings in the background. So it's like Scarface meets Thriller. And he gave us a dance track to start off the album, and he's saying, "Are you real or an illusion? Because I feel the love is my delusion." And I loved it. I think it was a great start off track. That's the way you open up the album. You don't need no intro. You should know who the weekend is by now. You start the album with this and set the tone for it. So I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. Like it definitely
Yeah.
gets you bumped and gets you dancing and everything.
Oh yeah.
All right, next song. Track number two, we got "Cry for Me." This is produced by Weekend, Dean, Mike Dean, and Metro Boomin. Definitely a banger right here and stuff like that. I love how he used those synths and everything. You know what I'm saying? What I got from this song was the fact that he says he was trapped in like a penthouse prison where he has to go through like a lot of pain and suffering, go through a lot of introspective shit. You know what I'm saying? Very dope track. Metro Boomin's production definitely came a long way
Yeah.
and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely doing his thing right now. He's especially like after the whole trap shit, he definitely doing like
Hmm.
more when he works with certain artists and shit. He does his
Right.
thing.
Yeah, this beat was fire. Metro Boomin definitely did his thing on this album, and I love the beat for it, the bass line, and you had a weekend, singing, and I hope that you still cry for me like I cry for you, and the time with you. Now we're strangers, and love the whole song, the whole message in it. I think this is going to be a single, if I'm not mistaken. Supposed to be the single, another single coming out from the album. So he's picking the right joints to come out with.
Yeah, I can definitely see the song as a single.
Yeah.
All right, track number three, we got a song called "I Can't Fucking Sing." Well, not a song, but a skit.
Yeah.
And this skit was pretty much like based on the fact that he was performing, but then his voice started to crack, and then he had to cancel like certain concert dates because of his voice and everything like that too. So
Right.
definitely fits with the album. I'll give it that.
Yeah. Yeah, this something that you don't really hear from the weekend is give us some skits on this album, and it was alright.
Yeah, definitely. And I think he's making a movie based on this
Yeah,
album too.
yes,
Okay. Brings us to track number four, Sao Paulo, features Anita and stuff like that. Anita, from what I looked up, she's pretty much like a Brazilian artist and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people call her the queen of Brazilian pop and shit. I don't know too much about her, but it's nice like to get into other people and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So this song was okay. It really wasn't really one of my favorites on this album
mhm,
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I do like the beat to it. You know what I'm saying? The beat was pretty
yeah.
cool, but yeah, it was.
She's gorgeous artist. She was in last year's Fenty lingerie showcase for Rihanna. Because they show the Fenty showcase every year on Amazon. So she was a part of that.
Mhm.
And when we talked about Fat Joe's album, she was on Fat Joe's album. Forgot the name of the track. The track that was it was DJ Khaled was on that. I think Paradise, that joint. She was on the Paradise
Oh,
song. And I saw Weekend the Weekend had a concert, a live concert in Brazil, like back in, I want to say it was back in October or November. And he performed the track with Anita. She was there, and it was like one of those early sneak peeks of what's going to be on this album. So I think it has like a reggaeton, dance track, sound to it, and I thought it was dope. I know I've seen people already saying that they felt like a song like Timeless didn't fit the album, but I'm like, well, what about this song? If you didn't feel like Timeless fit this album, what about this song? This song is like straight reggaeton EDM type of joint. You know what I mean? So
right.
I think it was dope. It was something different that the weekend has done. So
Yeah, I definitely feel like it was something different. I do appreciate that.
yeah.
Track number five, Until We're Skin and Bones, which is like another skit and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Well, not skit. It's an instrumental. Excuse me, but
Mhm.
very like nice little synthy instrumental. I like it.
Yeah, again, like he's doing. trying different things. We didn't really get a weekend album before with skits, and he's trying it with this album, and this one was dope.
Right. Which brings me into one of my favorites, Baptized in Fear. One of my favorite tracks he's ever done and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Love the beat. It definitely has like a vintage weekend sound, like the dark synth, the trippy
Hmm.
vocals,
Yeah.
everything. 808 drops. That's the sound of the weekend I definitely love. Something like from them first three indie projects, EPs, mixtape, whatever you want to call them. Basically the shit you find on the trilogy compilation. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, I love this one. This was definitely a fire ass joint.
Yeah. This was a nice one. You got a slow beat. It's a ballad. You got the dark synthesizers on it. In the weekend, I love the way he started off the song. He's saying, I fell asleep in the tub. I was there with paralysis. My foot hit the faucet. Water started flowing in. Couldn't scream for help. I just slowly felt the pressure hit. Moving one toe was the only form of motion left. That's the way that he sang those lyrics. I'm like, yo, he was kicking some bars on here. The way that
Hmm.
he sang out each line. It was dope, and it had like a real melodic vibe to it, and I loved it. I think it's a great track. I could definitely see this as a single.
I agree. Now, probably my favorite. I don't know if I would say one of my favorites. Open
Mhm.
Hearts.
Yeah,
Love this track again. Very smooth electro pop R&B kind of vibe
right.
and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of see Rihanna on this track, low key.
Mm,
I can kind of see Rihanna on
interesting.
this. He's just talking about heartbreak and stuff like that. Just trying to learn how to love again and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which I definitely feel like is very dope and shit. Very, very, very dope.
This song to me sounds like the last song, like melody wise. Like it was. I don't know if that was done on purpose or just part of the sequencing for the album, but melody wise, like the way that each song transitions, like the last song, "Baptized in Fear," goes well with this song. And
Right.
this is vintage weekend. Like Max Martin did a lot of his stuff in the past. Great producer. This is vintage weekend on here. The beat, the bass line. So I enjoyed it.
Hey man, hey Romeo, what's up?
It was good.
Niggas ain't used to me doing videos before
Yeah.
6 p.m. now.
Well, sometimes you can come on early.
All right, track number 8, opening night. This kind of reminds me, this little, you remember that song from Mad Villain called Bistro?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of this track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, but just like the short verse and everything, the
Right.
lavish of the track, I do like this one.
Yeah. This is like he did this with this album too. It's like we haven't gotten an album from the weekend where it's like the might be like a short track and we get like what we think is gonna be a song and it's like a little clip of something and then it just
Hmm.
ends. It's a really short track but the beat was fire. But he's done this on this album, later on also and I'm like that's something different that he didn't do in the past.
Definitely, yeah, it's something very different. I like the fact that he's still pushing boundaries with his music and shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
he got to for sure.
Because other artists like fucking his other Canadian counterpart, which I'm not
Oh
even gonna
boy.
say his name, loves to do the same shit over and
Yeah,
over.
exactly.
Drop have not dropped good shit in my opinion since
Hmm.
if you're it's too late.
Now he's dropping a collab album with Party Next Door.
That's was a big came out. He pushed that shit back for
Hmm.
eons. Now
So
he's
supposedly it's coming out now.
last I heard he was doing Australian karaoke or
Oh
some shit.
God,
That's the last time. Like,
Lord.
stop calling me when I'm doing reviews, nigga. But yeah, man. I Track number 9, Reflections, Laughing, featuring Travis Scott and Florence and the Machine. That's a rock group I'm definitely inching on talking about at some point because I actually do like this stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you feel about Florence and the
I,
Machine
I
though, but
heard one of their albums, and I wasn't really a fan, but I haven't heard a lot from them. I didn't even notice them on this song.
me neither. That's the thing. But I'm gonna be real with you. This really wasn't really one of my favorites, and
Mhm.
it's mostly because of Travis. It really was because of Travis
Yeah,
Scott.
Travis Scott, right?
And I feel like
Yeah,
he wasn't really needed.
Travis Scott, you ruined it. It wasn't. He wasn't
Yeah,
needed.
like and he hasn't really dropped good shit since Astro World. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Hmm.
I'm really gonna keep it a buck. I know a lot of people love a lot of his newer shit, but after Astro World, I just fell off him and
Right.
stuff. He did.
But again, it was something different on here because you actually had like there's like a pause with the track where you have like a girl calling the weekend and she's telling them, I know you're still up, you don't sleep, you're still on that adrenaline from the concert, and then her voice turns kind of like warped and demonic. And that's
Right.
something we haven't really heard the weekend do something like that on any of his songs in the past. So this is like something that he's trying different with his music.
Yeah, I think that demonic voice was actually Florence, if I'm not mistaken, right? The full,
Oh, that
the
was
lead
her. That
singer.
was what I was talking.
I think so.
Okay, I didn't know
Hold on.
because I didn't like her voice. Don't sound familiar to me. So
Yeah, like they're like in the post chorus, and they're in the chorus because both Weekend and Florence doing the chorus and shit.
yeah.
And with this song talking about introspection and just isolating when it comes to fame and stuff like that too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean I got it, but I just like Travis Scott. He really was not needed.
Yeah, he wasn't
Like
needed.
go deal with the Kardashians. Go keep
Go come out with
go pay.
some more Nike sneakers. His sneakers are fire. I fuck with his sneakers. I'm just not a fan of his music.
I feel you.
Let me get another pair of them Cactus Jacks.
Shit. Track number 10. Enjoy the show. Um, Listen to another one of my favorites, and it features Future and stuff
Hmm.
like that too. Now you guys know I'm not the biggest Future fan like that, but
Right.
I do like some of his shit. Some of his shit I
Hmm.
do like. I feel like Future and Weekend makes more sense than Future and Travis Scott, especially with this song right here. You know what I'm saying? It's nice hearing about Future other than his baby mamas and stuff, but that's another story for a different day. Pretty much talking about again, continuing on with like the loss of a loved one, and he mentioned his drug addiction and stuff like that too with this track. I mean, this was definitely a nice little R&B kind of vibe and stuff like that too. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Yeah, definitely like this.
I didn't mind Future on here. Like I think I'm not a Future fan. I liked the Mask Off song, that Mask Off joint that he came out with years ago. I fuck with
Yeah,
that. But I didn't mind him on the song. I thought he sounded good on it. The beat was fire. He had like that chipmunk type of background vocals going on. Again, it's a different sound for the weekend that we haven't heard him do, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was the beat was fire, the bass line.
yeah, that chipmunk sound definitely adds on to a lot of these songs and shit.
Yeah,
All right, next song is called "Giving Up on Me." So this song is kind of split into like two parts
yeah.
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Metro Boomin did the beat. I actually like the second part over the first part. And I'm gonna
Mhm.
be real with you,
Yeah.
especially that soulful sampling
It was
and
jazzy.
everything. Cause I thought, yeah, I thought Kanye did that shit or something.
Hmm.
Cause you can tell Metro was definitely influenced by Kanye with that track.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the first part was cool, but that second part, oh my god, like on some speakers, that's the
Oh
shit
yeah.
that I fucking bumped.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Sure. Supposedly Metro used the beat in a beat tutorial like back in like 2023 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you end up using it on here, and yeah, there's two different beats on here. Like the first beat was dope, and then there's like a beat switch, and the second beat was more jazzy, was more cabaret sounding, Again, something the weekend hasn't done in the past, and he sounded good. His vocals, he can always sing his ass off. His vocals sounded great. Over the pianos. It was more like a jazzy cabaret type of ballad track. I liked it. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, me too. Mm. Track number 12. I can't wait to get there. Mm, I didn't really care for this track too much. I'm gonna agree with you.
Okay.
I think it was just the beat I was just thrown off on.
I loved it. I thought the beat was fire. The synthesizers on it is melodic. The vocals from the weekend on here, you said, trying to end all my dramas, trying to clean up my closet, cause the media hated because they could never control us. I love the way that he was like singing the lyrics. It was fire to me. I enjoyed it.
Mm. All right. Next track we got is Timeless, featuring Playboy Cardi.
It's my joint.
I didn't care for this one.
What? You don't like
Yeah,
this? Come
I didn't like this
on.
one.
Come on. Let me guess. You don't like it
Yeah.
because Pharrell did the beat?
No, I actually like the beat.
Uh-huh.
I like the beat. I just again I don't know. Maybe it's just Playboy Cardi. I just really was not really
Yeah,
fucking with.
yeah, I'm not a fan of him, but I didn't mind him on the track. But that beat go hard, man. Pharrell, this is why Pharrell is a GOAT. Like that bass line is banging. Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit. Like, come on, man. This is my favorite track on the whole album. Like from the moment I heard this joint, I was like, yo, this album is going to be bananas. And this is like one of my favorite tracks on the whole album. Like from the moment I heard the song, the video was dope. I love it, man. This is vintage for a weekend on here. So I didn't mind like the features. I mean, I've seen people saying like they didn't he really didn't need to have features because he's not the type that he has a lot of features on his albums. But the features on here, I didn't mind. I didn't mind the features from Future and Playboy Cardi, or Lana Del Rey. That we'll get to that. But I thought this joint was banging, even with the Playboy Cardi verse on here. I think he did his thing on here.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's not even just the features and stuff like that. I just maybe it's just some tracks have to grow on me because this is
Pound, pound,
definitely
pound, 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 pound. That beat is bananas. Are you what? How do you not like this? You crazy.
this. I give Pharrell his just due on this beat, but
I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna say it's cafeteria beats with
now
synthesizers or some shit.
solo solo Pharrell I can definitely fuck with, but I mean we'll
Oh,
see what
so
happens.
it's Chad fault. So it's Chad fault that
I never
you
said
didn't like the early
fuck.
shit. It's Chad's fault that you didn't like his early shit.
Oh, Chad. See, when it comes to Neptune, is a certain sound I
Hmm.
like, but then as they got popular in the 2000s, they started doing this. It depends on the artist. They started doing some weird shit depending on the artist and shit. You
Right.
know.
The beat and the chorus is the star of this track to me. Like even if
You,
Playboy Cardi wasn't on it, it would still be banging because I love the beat. And Pharrell was always good at doing I don't want to say trappy type of beats, but like beats with like 808s and all that in there. He was
yeah,
always good at that. So I when I saw that he produced, I'm like, I'm not surprised. This is why I like it so much.
yeah, because Pharrell's your boy.
Huh?
Pharrell's your boy.
Of course, definitely.
Mm. Romance said Magnolia is still his best song. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what Playboy Cardi got, but I mean, I didn't mind him on his, but it still would have been fire without him.
yeah.
And he's going on
That's
tour with him, so that's he announced the tour with him and Playboy Cardi.
interesting.
Yeah,
Um. Oh, I didn't know they both did a song with Madonna. Oh wow.
yeah, that's right. They did a song. That was from the Idol soundtrack.
Oh wow.
Madonna was on that. Yeah, there's a video for that also. That song was dope too. I'm like, shit. There's two Playboy Cardi joints that I like with the weekend on it. You know,
Hmm. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to my homeboy Justin, by the way. Um, Next track number 14, Niagara Falls. This was produced by The Weeknd and James Dean. Well, excuse me, Mike Dean. What am I saying, James Dean for? Okay. This is actually not bad. I actually like this joint. You know what I'm saying? Definitely love this joint right here. You know what I'm saying? It is one of those two-part kind of songs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though like the second part it just has like one verse, but actually like this is actually one of the songs I do like both parts of it. So I definitely fuck with it.
now supposedly Babyface wrote this track.
What?
Yeah, his name is in the credits.
Oh, it
So
is. Oh shit.
uh, yeah,
I
Babyface wrote the track.
it don't sound like a baby. It don't sound like a babyface track you would write, low
Right.
key.
And the
What do you?
lyrics, like he's singing, you know, I used to love you, girl, before the sun goes down in Niagara Falls. Your baby daddy been a scrub, let's keep it hush. I remember you rolled me blunts before we fucked. Yeah, so Babyface has
Damn.
something to do with this song. So he allegedly he wrote the song with the weekend. And Kanye, already Kanye heard the track and Kanye wants to sample the beat for his album.
Ah,
So I don't know. But Kanye loved it so much that he wants to actually sample the beat for his new album coming out.
which one? The vultures one or the bully?
I'm guessing it's the bully one,
Interesting. Cause it don't sound like a babyface song he would actually write. I don't know.
right?
We
But
came a
yeah,
long way from we came a long way from Ready or Not and
mhm,
Can We Talks and all.
right,
Let me stop. Let me stop. Cause let me stop. Babyface does have some nastiness to him sometimes too. Let me
yeah,
stop. But,
for the
all
cool.
right. Right, right. What's that other joint he did? He did another joint. I can't think right now, but fuck it. Track number 15. Take Me Back to L.A. My favorite track on this album. Believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would make this a single. I want him to make
Yes,
this a single
yes.
because this definitely has that weekend, vintage weekend kind of sound, that vibe and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Very, 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 very great track. I was actually cruising down with the windows down with this track right here and stuff like that. And mind you, it's not even that. Yesterday was warm. Today was kind of like a little chilly, but I was like, okay, this song is kind of dope. This song's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like this one.
Vintage weekend on here. The beat was fire. The synthesizers, the chorus. By myself, I hate it when I'm by myself. That's like vintage weekend. That's the way that he sings his choruses
Yeah,
and the the whole aura of the song. You know, it's melodic. You're gonna have that vintage weekend sound from his earlier stuff, and you know, I thought it was definitely a solid track. Why didn't he take this one off of the album? He took off "Dancing in the Flames," but then you have a song called "Take Me Back to L.A." You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that, but maybe it's like a homage to L.A. or whatever. Does he live out in L.A.? Okay, we lost Reg.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
My fault. I accidentally pressed the X button by
Does
accident.
he live in L.A.? It's like a homage to LA, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
I hope he don't live in LA, especially with what's going on now.
right.
or maybe,
I enjoyed it.
or or maybe he wrote that when he was filming that show, that Idol
Oh
show.
yeah, that's right. The Idol, that's right. Yeah, because they did that in LA.
Yeah.
By myself. Classic.
Yeah. Track number 16. Big Sleep. Yeah, this one. What did I say for this one? This one was actually another one of my favorites. Very haunting track. This was featuring Giorgio Moroder. If you guys don't know about him, but you guys know about disco, he is like one of the forefronts of disco music. I mean, some of his resume, he did Donna Summer. Well, he pretty much did a lot of shit for Donna, like Love to Love You, Baby, Hot Stuff, Bad Girls. You know what I'm saying? He also worked with cats like Janet Jackson, Blondie. You know what I'm saying? He did the film soundtrack and scores to like Scarface, that horrible Superman 3 movie, and
Terrible.
shit like
That's the
oh,
one
I don't,
with Richard Pryor.
what the hell was Richard Pryor doing in that
That
movie?
is the worst Superman film ever.
Oh, and it was mostly because of Richard. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
hate and I love Richard Pryor, but yo, that movie it was so bad it's good.
yeah. He had no business being in that.
I'm just like Richard. You already had like the '80s Richard Pryor is like very hit or miss. It's like for
I,
every
I,
good movie.
I think
You said
he's the
what?
reason why they keep rebooting Superman films. Because it was so bad that they're like, yo, we gotta do this shit over. The whole franchise.
And mind you, Superman 2, while not great
That was good.
as the first one, it was
Hmm.
way better than Superman 3.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
we we got to do the Superman breakdown at some point because
Yes, for sure.
we got to do that because I
Definitely.
have a lot to say about Superman 3.
So
Because
same.
Richard Pryor, for every good
Hmm.
movie, Richard Pryor movie in the '80s, like The Toy, they had some bad movies like this one or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And even though I grew up on Christopher Reeve Superman, I did like Henry Cavill as Superman, and they got rid of him, and
yeah,
I think that was a mistake. Now they got some unknown cat playing Superman again. I'm like, yo, I ain't trying to see this.
yeah. I wish Superman would kind of go through like, the same resurgence as Batman did in like the late
Mhm.
'80s and '90s with like Tim Burton's
Right.
and stuff like that. But I still like Superman though. Like
Yeah.
fuck it, but that Superman 3 movie was just horrible.
Yeah.
And the less said about Superman 4, the better.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Crap.
Um. But yeah, back to this song right
Mhm.
here. Then we went to the Superman, but the Big Sleep. Yeah, this was pretty great. I like this one and stuff like that. It's nice seeing that Giorgio's still doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like disco, weekend, synth pop. It all just goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
this is like one of those movies that's like a match made in heaven. Well, Collabs is like a match made in heaven.
This was like, again, we get the Scarface synthesizers on here, and it
Right.
was like listening to Scarface, the Scarface movie score meets Daft Punk.
Well,
You
that's a
know,
great.
yeah, and we got like even like when the electronic voices speaking on the track that reminded me so much of Daft Punk. And there's another beat. This again, we have two beats on here. The beginning of when this track starts is that there's one beat that starts off, and I actually like the first beat more than the second one. And for whatever reason, we get a second beat on here, and it was more Daft Punk ish on here, and it was okay. I just felt like I like the first beat more. Like that's the you should have did the full track with the first beat.
Right. Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying and stuff like that. Because Daft Punk, I honestly say Daft Punk is the most influential band in the last 20 years, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people, especially when they had that comeback with Pharrell and Now Rogers, oh my god,
that was great.
we need to do that review one day.
Definitely, definitely a whole Daft Punk breakdown.
Ooh,
You know,
that would be dope.
sure.
Let's text because I don't want to say
Okay,
too much. So you don't know who's listening and shit.
right,
Because these
yeah,
niggas of us talking about the same shit all the time and shit. I was like, nah, I
right,
want to do something.
something different.
Yeah, but you do got a good point.
Yeah,
Oh shit, they only dropped 4 albums.
yeah.
Why did I think they had like more albums than that? What?
I mean, because they have longevity. They've been in the game for years, and it seemed like the industry copied their sound.
They did.
for a lot of
especially
things. So
your boy Pharrell, low key.
yeah, he was
But
inspired by them.
I always thought they were popular like in the '80s, but they had a
Yeah,
breakthrough in the '90s. I don't know why.
yeah.
It's, I must have them confused with Kraftwerk.
Kraftwerk was yeah, they're dope too.
That was another game. A lot of hip hop
Definitely.
owes that album and shit too.
Trans Express, classic.
Ooh, nigga, you
Yeah, I
what?
fuck with Kraftwerk. Yeah,
Why
you
the
know what I
fuck you
mean.
didn't tell me that? Why
You
the fuck
we
you didn't
never
tell
talked about them. We never it never came up.
me? Jeez, you got me over here wanting to talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah, man. I told you, man.
Oh wow, because I always thought like, well, we're both hip hop heads and shit
Yeah,
like that. So I said a
but I
lot of
like
hip hop
shit outside of hip hop though. You know what I'm saying?
fads. Okay,
I
what
didn't even
what what?
I didn't start listening to, like hip hop wasn't my first genre. It was actually pop music.
Okay, okay,
And then Caribbean because my family's Caribbean and everything else. But some people just they start off with hip hop and then that's it. But it's like hip hop came later.
fads. Yeah, with me like my dad definitely put me onto like a lot of R&B and soul and reggae,
Yeah,
and then I don't remember what hip hop song I listened to that made me fall in love with the genre, but then when I got access to like music choice and then the classic
yeah,
hip hop station, I got
hmm,
put on by artists, and then BET used to have that top 25 countdown back in the day.
yeah.
Oh, it's about to be 4 o'clock. Okay, yeah, we gotta yeah, but yeah, that's
Mhm.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, track number 17, "Give Me Mercy." Um, very dope track, and this is like another one of those coming to Jesus kind of songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like this one.
This was dope. Definitely like the beat for this, the synthesizers on it. Vocally, Weekend was in his bag on here. This is solid.
Definitely. All right, next track. What's the next fucking track? Drive. That's the next track. This one, this one was okay. It wasn't really one of my favorites, but I don't dislike the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't one of my favorites on here. This is it was okay. Just wasn't one of my favorites.
Yeah. All right, next song is "The Abyss" featuring Lana Del Rey. Um, again, I heard the name a lot of times and shit like
Mhm,
that. I never really actually heard. I don't have an opinion on her.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I never actually heard anything from her, but I do heard the name. I think that's the first time I'm actually talking about Lana Del Rey in this channel. So wow,
Yeah,
okay. But this is actually a good song. I actually like this song right here. You know what I'm saying? I won't be surprised if this was a single as well too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like one of those end of the world kind of songs. Like I'm in love. It's the end of the world kind of tracks and shit.
right. Yeah. I've heard some of her early albums. Born to Die was good. Ultraviolence was another good one. She's had a lot of projects that I haven't listened to all of her stuff, but like some of her albums were good. She was also on Beauty and the Madness. She was on that album with him.
Yeah, I remember that.
So she's collaborated with The Weeknd in the past. And this song was cool. Like I enjoyed it. I think Atlanta is just now getting her recognition. I know she's like great friends with Taylor Swift, and this was a dope song.
I definitely love this song too.
Yeah,
All right, next song is Red Terror. Fire, fire track in my opinion. This is another one of those electro pop songs that the Weeknd's known for, talking about like a lost lover and stuff like that too. Well, yeah, like, you can say that. So this one's alright.
this one I didn't like, but he just dropped the video for it. It's animated. I want to say this is gonna be part of the movie too, because at the end it says The Weeknd, the movie. So it has to deal with. It looked like it has to deal with like his childhood. There's like a little boy in it, and but I just was like, why this song as a single though? We can, like this. You
Yeah,
have many other great songs on this album. Like why this is a single? So, but the video just came out.
yeah, that's interesting. A lot of songs I definitely wish you would. For a 22 song album, I better see at least 6 singles, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Next song is called I think we had Without a Warning.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna keep it a buck, which I didn't really care for this track to be real.
right. I
I
like the beat
I, I
for.
just
Uh, yeah.
I just didn't fit the vibe for it. That's all.
I like the beat for this, and Weekend. I thought he vocally killed it on here, and then you got like some crowd cheer noise in the background, and I thought it was dope.
Right. And the last track is "Hurry Up Tomorrow," which is the title track. The beat was cool. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the only thing I like from this track is the beat.
I thought it was a great track. The end of the album, a nice ballad, and then like you got some blowing winds at the end of the track, which supposedly is like it goes into if you play like his first ever project. When that starts off, there's some blowing winds at the start of that, so it's like a continuation. Like a paying homage to his first project, but that he ever was that House of Balloons or Thursday,
Yeah,
and I thought it was a great way to end off the album.
I agree with you. Overall, this is actually a cool album. I actually like this album. I do admit there was some songs I could have done without. That's pretty expected for a song with this length and stuff like that too. I do like the fact that he's trying different things and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Songwriting wise, it's pretty much the same thing as he was talking about in his previous album, Heartbreak, Longing for Love, and Someone and Storm. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like I actually like this more than a Don FM album. To keep it above with you,
Right,
do I like this more than After Hours? No, 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 no. I feel like After Hours that was the rejuvenated weekend
right,
because I didn't care for Starboy and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Which I know a lot of fans love that. But back to this album, I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5. I actually like this one.
Yeah, I think he tried new things with this. We got some skits on here. We got some beat switches. Um, there was some songs that like Sayu Powell, that it was more like a reggaeton feel to it. Um, the production was great. Having the production from Metro Boomin and Pharrell and Max Martin and Mike Dean. I love the production. I've always loved his production. Vocally, I think he always kills it vocally. Very great singer.
Right,
And having an album that deals with themes of like regret and then redeeming those regrets and dealing with love and mortality and the future and what it holds for him. I think it's a great. It's this is the trilogy that he created with After Hours in 2020, and then Dawn FM, and then now this album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I think it's a great trilogy. I definitely agree that it to me it's better than Dawn FM. But even with that, like Dawn FM had some bangs on there that I love as well. But for 22 tracks, I think I mean there wasn't maybe like one or two songs I didn't care for, but the majority of the album from the beginning, when you hear "Wake Me Up," love that song. That needs to be a single. "Cry for Me," "I Can't Wait to Get There," "Niagara Falls," "Timeless," one of my favorite joints on here. I love it. The features, it was the features were they weren't needed, but they were. I felt like they were good too. Like I didn't have a problem with Future on there or Playboy Cardi, or Florence and the Machine, Lana Del Rey. I think the features were dope. You know what I'm saying? So this for me is 4.5 mics. I think it will be one of the best albums when we talk about the best albums of 2025 at the end of the year. But his fans are already calling it best album of the year, which is crazy. But I do feel like it will be one of the best albums of at the end of the year. So I'm giving it 4.5 mics.
definitely. All right. Well, I'm gonna end this off right here. You know what I'm saying? I got a few announcements I'm gonna make. So I just recently dropped a new episode of my Something Like This series. You know what I'm saying? I did a little mix with Big Pun. I'm gonna leave it as my mix as a surprise. But y'all gonna be crazy about this one and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you said what?
Nice.
Oh, okay. Um, Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Speaking of Pharrell, I'm finally going to talk about his first album, In My Mind.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to do that one
Oh,
Monday
yeah.
at 6 p.m. Wednesday, we got a special guest. My boy Ant's coming in the building.
Uh-oh.
Um, we're going to do Styles P first album, Gangsta and the Gentleman.
Yes.
And so that's going to be Wednesday at 4 p.m. Thursday will be the last Prince review. Well, as of now, for the Prince Artist Sunday, which has been long as fuck. Hit and Run. It's gonna be a double review, the Hit and Run series and shit, which not as good as Artificial Age, but still some worthwhile stuff to talk about. That's all I'm gonna leave right there. And I know this is Black History Month, but I did promise y'all the review on the Substance. This is gonna be Saturday at 4 p.m. and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Very, very, very dope review we just did today and stuff like that. Expect some more surprises.
Yep.
Anything you want to say before we head out?
I'm working on a new series on my channel coming up in March, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for like since the pandemic. But I said now is the time to do it. So it's gonna be very special, and I think people are gonna love it. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And also tomorrow, I'm gonna definitely give my thoughts on the Grammy Awards and stuff like that. While we after we do the Pharrell in My Mind review, so
Yeah.
also look out for that. People are gonna win some awards, people are gonna lose some awards, but hey,
Yeah.
it's the Grammy. What do you expect?
No doubt.
All right, try. I'm gonna see you
Yeah.
later. Nice talking to you.
All right.
Y'all make sure y'all support and stream that weekend album. Peace.